Hey, Jimmy here from FitStrong Personal Training. This little video is a giveaway, a quick demonstration of our new online product where we're building on thriving in 10 minutes. If you're one of those people, beginner, intermediate, just wanting to get some exercise done during the week, you might find you've only got 10 minutes a day to exercise. Maybe you've got an extra 10 minutes. Maybe you have a further 10 minutes on top of that you can commit once or twice a week. So what do if you only have 10 minutes to train? Get warmed up first of all, a bit of mobility. You'll see a demonstration video of that in the description of this video just below. So do check out that video to see how do we get warmed up effectively 4 or 5 minutes to get ready for a quick strength training session. So what we do typically in a 10-minute training session is we take 3 movements. 3 completely different movements altogether. In this demonstration today, we have a crawl variation to loosen up and to tighten up appropriately all those cross-bracing muscles in our torso, front and back. We have a squat after that, or a squat variation. We then have a press or a pushing variation. So we've got a push this way or a push that way, some kind of squat, and then something to get us into some locomotion, a crawl of some sort. That's what we're going to rotate, 10 minutes rotating through those things. Over the course of the week, the repetitions would vary, and I'll discuss that in the little article that goes with this, of how we progress that. Very simple, 10 minutes, because you can't progress what you do over 10 minutes if that's all the time you have. After the first block of 10 minutes, if there's a second block of 10 minutes available, we'll go through, say, a few movements as well, namely a one-legged deadlift, a row for the upper back, and then an exercise called a hollow for the abdominal area. I'll do a quick demonstration of those 2 different blocks. We'll get stuck into that right now. Okay, so let's get into exercise number 1 of this 10-minute block. First one is very simply a crawl. You can do it in your hands and knees. Okay, keeping your back flat and your head up. Tiny steps, moving your left leg, your right hand simultaneously. You can go forwards and backwards and simply accumulate 20 to 30 seconds. If you're a bit more advanced and experienced, you can keep the knees just off the floor. And again, forward or backwards, but accumulate 20 to 30 seconds. Don't get out of breath. Keep the breathing in the nose, out the nose or out the mouth. Squat. Get off the floor from your crawl, shake things out, and get ready for your squat. Just 5 squats. So day 1, we're just doing 5 squats. Day 2 is 8 of the 2 different movements, and then the 3rd day is going heavier or slower and doing just 3 repetitions. So, exercise number 2 in the circuit, goblet squat. Bring the kettlebell up safely, squeeze those arms against your ribcage. Knees go out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's 5, I think it is. Do the talking. We'll look at the variation in a little while. That's a goblet squat. We're going to back that up with a press. A kettlebell press. So kettlebell sit with my shoulders. Forearms vertical, knuckles facing up. No bent wrists. 5 each arm. 1, 2, 5. So 5, or I could possibly do 7 or 8. So not a maximal width. Doing a little circuit in 10 minutes. So you want to be able to survive the 10 minutes. It's not about busting a gut. It's maintaining optimal movements, strength, and thriving. Not finishing the session busted, but having done enough. So that's the kettlebell press and a kettlebell goblet squat. If you can't do the goblet squat, what do you do? An elevated rock. Into your basic rock position with your hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. You take your knees off the floor, you rock back, and then forward. Now your legs aren't necessarily going to go all the way straight, but just work that movement back and forth. You are pretty much working, if we flip this over 90 degrees, you're working part of the squat movement. So you're getting your body better at sitting back into a squat. So you're going to do 5 of those, or more. You can stay on the floor. If you cannot do an overhead press, if there's some mobility issues in your shoulders, of course you can press a dumbbell if you haven't got a kettlebell. But the A rocking push-up is a nice variation of the classic full push-up. If you're not ready for a full push-up, you do this exercise I'm going to demonstrate. If you can do a full push-up, give that a go. So keeping the hands under the shoulders again, we're starting off in that rocking position. I rock back. As soon as I go forward, I bend the arms, drive my head forward, keep the elbows tucked in, push back. So keeping the elbows tucked into the sides, at the very deepest point in the head, the hips are high. Some say it looks like a prayer position. That's fine, that's pretty much what it is. So, some variations. I rotate those three things between the crawl, the squat, and the press, or the crawl, the elevated rock, and the rocking push-up for 10 minutes. Don't get out of breath, practice the technique, keep everything looking okay. And then finish, shake it off, and get on with your life. Thanks for watching. Video number 2, block 2. If you've got to the first block of your crawl, your squat and your press, or the elevated rock and the rocking push-up, and you look at the clock, you have 5 to 10 minutes left, what can you do? Well, let's work the things we didn't get done in the first block. We got the thighs and the glutes worked, so let's make sure we get the hamstrings. So we'll do a deadlift variation. We will combat or counter the pressing movement with a pulling movement, a row, and we'll work the stomach muscles a bit more with the hollow. Let's demonstrate all three of those. Choice of weight, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever it's going to be. Hinge over, keep the back flat, keep that midsection quite tense. Put this leg wherever it's not in your way. I'm pulling my elbow back towards my hips and getting the arm to almost straight again. Checking there's no rotation in the torso, so I'm not yanking around like I'm starting a lawnmower, okay? So 5 rows each arm. Single leg deadlift. Let's give you some options. If you're very unsteady in your feet, if you're a beginner, keep this two-legged hip hinge, where you stand tall, put the fingers on your crease the hips, push your hips back, check my shins are vertical, feeling a little stretch in my hamstrings, and then I push my fingers forward. I'm keeping my head looking straight ahead to help keep the back flat. See, back is flat, I'm leaning over, but my back is still flat. Push fingers. Hips back, hips forward. Okay, one-legged version, so you can make sure you're working both legs equally. Take one leg off the floor, still hips, move my hips first of all. I can tap the floor with my free foot and come back up. Or I can keep that foot off the floor to keep it a more true one-legged deadlift. Balance will be a bit wobbly, but that's fine. Let's do the other side. So you can reach back, touch the floor with the left leg in my case, or keep that foot off the floor. So all the work's being done by this one leg. It's wise to do one-legged movements occasionally to make sure that both legs are doing the same thing. I won't go into details why in this video. Third exercise, the hollow. So, lie back, pull your knees up to the chest. Let's get these kettlebells out of the way. So I'm pressing my back from my tailbone to the back of my shoulders into the floor. Then I'm going to lift my head on the floor, tuck my chin into my chest so my shoulder blades are just coming off the floor. I press my hands forward. I feel tension around the armpits, like I'm squashing chopsticks in the armpits. From here, keeping that back stuck to the floor, I extend my legs until I feel tension in the stomach. Nothing in the lower back. Check your lower back stuck to the floor. If your lower back's coming off the floor, pull those legs back. Decrease the tension on the midsection. Keep my chin tucked in. Over hollow. Now, you can be here. If you're more advanced, your legs maybe out here, back still stuck on the floor. Hands can be back behind you. They can be to the extreme, providing your lower back is stuck on the floor. Hollow. Hold that for just 5 breaths. Breathe 5 times, that's it. So day 1, everything is pretty much 5 reps, or more if you need to, if you're doing a bodyweight version. That's block 2. You rotate between those 3 things for a second block of 5 to 10 minutes. And there you go, between block 1 and block 2, you've got 20 minutes, you've hit pretty much all the big important movements without having to worry too much about much. All you need is 1 or 2 pieces of weights equipment, or not, as we showed in version 1, where you didn't really need much weight. Look, if you've got a rucksack, an old school bag, chuck some things into it, make it a bit heavier. 10 tins of beans or whatever, bag of potatoes, and all of a sudden you have a weight with a handle on it that you can work with. So be imaginative when it comes to using equipment or finding a way to load the movements. I shall leave it there, and thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning more about how you can fill up your time of 10-minute blocks of exercise, be sure to inquire about our online membership that kicks off this week. Thanks for watching again.